Roger that. T P T T
Hello. Second time lucky. Okay, so this is the first video for my new channel. I wanted to start a new channel simply because I watch a lot of car culture related channels, and I've always enjoyed watching them, and I've always been heavily into cars myself. People like in the US, there's like TJ Hunt, that dude in blue, everybody knows who those guys are. And then there's a few British people I've been starting to get quite a lot into as well, which shows that there's still a decent car culture in this country as well, even though it's quite expensive to be interested in. I've just noticed that the camera is quite shaky, but I don't really know how to combat that at the moment. Nothing wrong with a bit of VTech for your morning. I am on the way to work. Well, I'll just explain about myself and who I am. I do work full time. So obviously these my videos may not be uploaded as often as other people's may be, simply because I don't know how to balance that around my life yet. It's something I'll probably end up learning how to do the more I do this. And I've just recently, I've only really had this car a couple of months, which is 2007 Honda Civic Type R FN2. Before this I had Skoda Fabia 1.2 litre, which it's not a car that people look at and think, he's interested in cars, which is why I wanted to get something like this. And you'll always find people hating this particular model, especially people that are heavily into Honda, but I'm absolutely in love with this car. I really am. It's just such a nice car to live with. It's such a nice place to be inside. The ride is pretty harsh, to be fair. It's solid. They've got kind of a reputation for being quite stiff, and especially on UK roads, ones like this, there's plenty of bumps, as you can see, but it makes up for it in the long run when you get a nice clean road. I've always been into Japanese cars, Japanese car culture, which is why I've always wanted something like this. I've only really been to one meet, which is Squire's Cafe car meet in Leeds, which I actually had to miss this one because I couldn't make it, but I really want to find out what other meets there are around this area. Well, I'm in Sheffield, that's where I'm based, where I live, where I'm based, and I just want to obviously end up doing things to this car if I can afford to keep it, and meeting other people in the process, meeting other people at different Japanese or just car meets in general, which I don't know about yet. I'm trying to find some, but I don't know the right people, and I can't really find them in the right place on the internet either. But other than that, it's something I want to, it's a passion. Cars is a passion for me, as it is for many people, and people who don't have that passion don't really tend to understand it. So this is kind of me reaching out to those people that do. So I do have a lot of other commitments, like I said, I work full time. I'm on my way there now. I have an amazing fiance, so obviously I'm engaged as well, and we want to get a house in future. But cars is just something I I don't want it to jeopardize anything else in my life, but I don't want to let go of it. I don't want to let go. So this is kind of me trying to express that love of cars to all you guys that love cars just as much. I'm sorry if you can't hear me very well. It's just either I have the window open or I have the aircon on, and the aircon sounds like a jet plane, so then you definitely wouldn't hear me. I think I might get shady. Okay, so they're not the most stylish shades in the world, they're just practical ones that I keep in the car. I like to do a lot of design as well in my own time, product design, mainly car design obviously, being that heavily interested in them, which if you ever do want to have a look at my Instagram page for that, it's l.humphrey designs. I should put a little link on this video right about there. Just excited about being in the YouTube community, everything. I get so excited watching other people doing what they want to do, enjoying their passion. It doesn't have to be cars. 1 second, now straight road, just kick it down a bit. Oh, slow down. I just don't want to spend my days off or spare time between work just sat doing nothing when I could be doing something like this. It's an amazing day. I am absolutely dripping with sweat. Sorry, you wouldn't believe we were in England. As people know in this country, especially with modifying cars, it's a minefield of cost and legal, well, obviously following the law with your modifications, things like that. I mean, I'm only 21. I mean, this car costs enough for me to insure. Like I said, if I can't afford to keep this car after this year, then I won't. Just simply because I'll never be able to do anything else other than just run this car. That is the one thing about this country, is that things like car insurance is, especially for younger drivers, even if you are a careful driver or you class yourself as a decent driver, it's hard. It's so hard. Move away. Thank you. It is hard. It's really expensive. I just saw it as, if I don't get a car like this now, then there's a possible chance I'm obviously with getting a house and everything, I may not be able to afford to do this in future. Guy. That's the one thing I envy about bikes, is that there's never traffic for them, always through the middle. But I have fallen off a bike, well, a scooter. I got practically knocked off by a car, and I'm telling you now, I wish I was in the car rather than on the bike. I need that breeze for this heat. So, what can I really tell you about this car? Like I said, I haven't had that much experience in other cars really. I've only owned 2 cars, and the one before wasn't really anything to go off other than anything that's remotely sporty is a better drive really. I love the car, I love the Skoda Fabia. For some reason mine broke down every 2 seconds. And I've always wanted something Japanese. You'll find people that have owned more than one Honda, especially more than one Civic, like I've already said, don't see this as the like pedigree type R. People love the earlier models, and once it starts going into like the EP3, which people say is the better version of this, I mean, everybody's got the famous saying of this has only got 1 more horsepower and it's a lot heavier. But it is kind of like, it's a bit of a Marmite thing, but I do like the looks of this car a lot, I really do. I love the futuristic side of it. I love the dashboard, how you've got the digital speedometer in front of you, and then you've got your revs bang in the middle of the steering wheel. I love all that. It's really modern, even though you could probably have this dashboard now in a brand new car. and it'd still not look out of place. To me, obviously, because like I said, I had a slower car before, with a lot spongier suspension as well. This feels so much more sportier to me. It is a sporty car. It is a sporty car. It's just a lot sportier and more powerful and lighter cars. But doesn't mean it does it for you. This does it for me. This does it for me. Oh, it's so loud. The wind's not my car. I'm just running a stock exhaust, so. It's a nice sound. It's a nice sound. It's just not the raw aftermarket sound which you can get, which I'd love to get in future. But like again with insurance in this country, obviously you have to declare modifications you do to your car, and the smallest thing, even if it's not performance enhanced, say if you change the headlights of your car, oh my god, your car's so much more desirable, somebody's going to steal your car, huge extra amount on your insurance. It's not fair, it's not, but hopefully as I get older and get more experience driving, then that should drop eventually. Talking about design, I've recently done a design for kind of a car related t-shirt. I've done it of my own car, of the FN2, which I will show you in a little clip. Hold the clip.
Wasn't the letter F, I would probably be Von Seal. 20 years later, I'd be dropping bombs still.
There you go. So if you think that's a good idea, it's only a prototype t-shirt with basic iron-on print at the moment. But if any guys are interested in that, let me know. I think it's a good idea. Or if there's any other cars that you think we could do one of, it doesn't have to be Japanese, any car at all. I'm happy to do that. Happy to give that a go. End of the day, car culture is about every car. Anybody who loves their car and does what they want to do with it, then that's what it's all about. Anyway, I'm nearly at work now. So I'm gonna have to end the video pretty soon, and hopefully I'll get the chance to make some more. Hopefully I get the chance to put some modifications on this car, and then we can video that and go through that and see what you think. See if you might want to do that to your own car. Quick thing as well, if anybody has any suggestions of any kind of meets or events that go off relating to obviously cars, local or not, yearly or monthly, around this area in South Yorkshire, Sheffield area, then just leave that in the comment section below. Let me know, so then I can go to these places and film it with you guys. So that'd be really good if you could do that. Anyway, I'm pretty much here now, so enjoy the rest of your days, and I will see you soon. Bye.